It's the exact same playbook. It's the exact same playbook. And if you're under 30 years old, you were either too young at the time or you weren't alive to experience the first time we ran this playbook that the United States government is trying to run on Iran right now. Because right now, it is slowly becoming an inevitability across our media, across the way we're talking, that we definitely have to invade Iran. And why? Because they might have a nuclear weapon. You know what another term for nuclear weapon is? Weapon of mass destruction. That's the exact reasoning that we used 22 years ago for our nation to preemptively strike and invade Iraq. One letter difference. One letter fucking difference. The entire justification for the United States military to militarily intervene in Iran is word for word, bar for bar, flow for flow, stolen for the United States military justification for intervention in Iraq. It's the same shit. And you want to know why? Because this government, our government, the current people who are running our military are becoming the laziest motherfuckers on earth who are using shit like ChatGPT and Grok to write their fucking justification. And they're trying to throw it out there as fast as physically fucking possible so we don't notice. Because AI cannot create anything new. Generative AI does not generate anything. It takes shit that people have already invented and it puts a new skin on it, makes it look a little bit flashier, changes the tint a little bit, and changes one letter from a Q to an N. And that's fucking it. That's all it needed to do. And that's what we're fucking doing right now. We are seeing a president who has terrible policies that people do not like, that are fucking mad at him constantly, who wants to feel big. Decide that he needs to become a military wartime president, and that'll feel good. It'll look good on him, and then he can put up a big mission accomplished fucking banner after we go and bomb Tehran and send our troops to go get stuck in the mountains somewhere. It's the same shit. We lived through this exact same thing before. The only difference is this time we have social media. We didn't have that in 2003. In 2003, this was being pushed completely by cable news and all of our television networks, the inevitability that we had to invade Iraq. Now it is being pushed through social media. It's being pushed through brand new accounts that are showing up with fan cam edits. Back in 2003, I had to hear Toby Keith on every fucking radio station talk about, we'll put a boot in your ass, it's the American way. Instead, now, I get fan cam edits of B-2 bombers that are being moved to Pacific Island bases so they can get closer to strike Iran with bunker buster bombs at a moment's notice, being played with Bomb 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 Iran parodies of the Beach Boys put in the background. It's the same playbook. The same thing. And it makes you feel crazy when you live long enough.
Repeat after me. Iran does not have a nuclear weapon. Iran does not even have a nuclear weapons program. Israel and our leaders are lying to drag us into another war to fix the problems Zionism has caused. Israel has been wanting this war and wanting our country to join them in this war for over 35 years. Israel is the only country in the Middle East with a secret nuclear weapons program, and is also unsupervised. And get this, not even 3 months ago, Tulsi Gabbard, the director of our national intelligence, who I don't like, came out and said in our 2025 annual threat assessment for the United States that our intelligence assesses that Iran does not have a nuclear weapon. They're not trying to build one. They don't have a program. All of these things are true, and yet our leaders and Israel are lying straight up to our faces. Did you know that we had a deal with Iran in 2015 to 2018 that put Iran under supervision, so we knew if they were doing anything shady? Guess who caused that deal to end? Netanyahu came to Congress, told everyone that Iran was lying about nuclear weapons. They weren't, and still aren't. And 1 week later, Trump dropped out of the deal. And now we've seen Iran come to the table with the United States to make another deal under Trump 2.0. And guess what that got them? Blindsided by Trump, the United States, and Israel, who bombed them while negotiations were going on. Don't let them do this to our country. Don't let them take us into another endless, costly war that will only destroy lives and do nothing for me and you. Nothing for our country. The United States is crumbling, and we have given enough up to the evils of Zionism. Everyone got it? Thank you. Free Palestine.
do you know, did the U.S. just bomb Iran?
Yeah.
What does that mean for...
Well, they bombed the nuclear sites. The one that only we could bomb. It's
with the bunker buster.
It's because it's on a B2. Yeah, they did it. So, you know, it was obvious they were going to do it because yesterday Iran took out some anti-aircraft sites on the flight path. Mm-hmm. So it's obvious, like, then he rushes back, Trump rushes back. They were going to do it. So, what does it mean?
Are we at war with
No,
Iran?
not well. We don't know. We'll see. You know, there's so many things you got to think about right now, right? Like, did they really get it? What's damage assessment? Did they get what they want to get, or do you have to go and strike them again? We don't know that yet. It just happened. There's no damage assessment yet. You don't know really how effective it was. So, if they didn't really get it, they got to go and do it again somewhere, sometime. Who knows? But more than likely, we're good at this shit. We'll get it usually. Is it going to be war? Look at how they retaliate, right? I think the worry is if they do this and then Iran through proxies or itself starts attacking Americans, and then is it going to escalate? Right. It's already going to escalate tensions in the region, but is it going to escalate for us? We don't know. What else? Is it a good thing?
The goal was to remove nuclear weapons.
I think it's a good thing. I don't think, I'm obviously biased against, Iran because they're not necessarily a good actor, and you would never want them to have a nuclear weapon. Even though, regardless of how long away it is, it's going to set them back. But then also, doesn't mean they can't rebuild something next time. So I think the administration's view is like, it's not over yet. Like, are you going to come negotiate? You got to negotiate something. Because we took out all your we took out like the most important site that if in fact they did, then, we have a better, are they going to capitulate and come to the table diplomatically and, some sort of like peace treaty or something? Or are they going to just put up a fight, attack US, escalates? That's the biggest worry, in my view. If this escalates, then we're in for another war.
Yeah.
And it's like I said before, you regime change, it's never good. It never ended well for us before. But I don't believe this is like Iraq. Iraq was like, there was no weapons of mass destruction. We just went in and did our thing, and with no real baseline for it. There's no question that there was nuclear facilities, enrichment facilities there. Notwithstanding how long it takes for them to get a weapon, but, not on its own, on balance, it's not a bad idea to stop them from enriching because, country that's sitting on all that oil, why do you need nuclear power? Right?
It's for a bomb.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious, right?
Yeah.
You would think. But like I said, worry right now is how is it going to escalate? Is it going to de-escalate? Are they going to capitulate, come to the table, and things, quiet down? Or are they going to escalate?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's a cocky question.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Bitch, wait, hold up. Okay, we going through a roller coaster of emotions. Iran just stated that there wasn't any irreversible damage that was done, right? But they also just said, you goofy bitch, you think I would ever let you know where my uranium the fuck is? You think I didn't know that you was gonna try some shit like this, you fuck asshole? I moved the fucking uranium long before you got to it, goofy hoe, and made sure the people stayed there. It's fortified enough that even if you hit it with up to 10 of them bunker busters, we would still have time to get up out of there without anybody getting hurt. That's your ass. Read it and wait. Iranian state media reports that all enriched uranium have been removed from nuclear facilities, including Fordo and Advance, and there is no risk of radiation leakage due to the... Oh, thank you, God. Oh, thank you so much. So the way they just tricked the shit out of America is insane. I know Wig is about to be upset when he finds this shit out. Because right now, him and Benjamin Netanyahu are celebrating. And they basically trying to rub it in everybody's face. And they trying to wonder why, they wondering right now why Iran is not upset. Why they not hearing, RIPs and all that shit. The reason why is because they knew that you was going to do it. You already showed them what you were greedy for. So they moved it. They moved it. Not only that, with you saying, oh yeah, I destroyed it, I decimated. They said, no, you didn't. You hit a portion of it, and even that didn't really, it barely even dented it, babe. Well, all right. So this is Fox News spreading more propaganda stating that they bombed each facility using 5 to 6 bunker buster bombs dropped by the B-2 bombers. According to the more I'm reading up on this, the more it seems like this was also a mousetrap. I don't think that Iran was expecting, or I don't think that Iran was hoping for it, but the more that I'm reading, it sounds like Iran expected it. Like they prepared and left it prepared. And was like, I'm going to focus right here. But it's like a mousetrap. It's like you setting off a mousetrap or an alarm that like say you in a fortified house and you got a bunch of like bear traps and alarms around your house because you know that bitch going to try you. You don't know when, you don't know how, you don't know what direction, but you know exactly the location she going to try you. And that it more than likely will be all of these locations. So you set up a bunch of alarm systems and bear traps. And if that bitch tripped that fucking mousetrap, bear trap, you will be the first to know. And she barely does any damage, but she'll be the first to know. They celebrating right now, not realizing that all the people got out safely. All the people, they said there's no damage that was done that is not irreversible. Not only that, we moved everything long before. The minute you started growling or foaming at the mouth like a rabid ass crackhead, that's when we said, yeah, we got to move that shit. Because crackheads, they're going to do whatever they can to get to that crack. I ain't giving it to them. They also are celebrating that it was struck with 30 Tomahawk missiles launched from the U.S. submarines. And they said that she barely did anything. They also said that that's our ass. So let me get this straight. You threw them hands and barely scraped their chin. Is what I'm learning from this. You threw them hands and barely scraped their chin. I think it's time to consider Donald Trump be impeached. This is beyond embarrassing. This is sickening. The world's never gonna let us live this shit down. Ever. Like ever. The world is never gonna let us live this shit the fuck down. And I'm now receiving news that only the entrance and the exits were damaged. There was no real damage. Wherever y'all hit at, make sure it's not Arizona. Please. They just said that it was a successful strategic hit and that their facilities were completely obliterated, which is false. You only destroyed the entrance and the exit, but everybody inside, including the uranium, made it out. Also, the inside is still well intact. You barely grazed that bitch. The mediocrity of this fucking country and them confidently running into other people's shit and starting world wars and regional wars has to fucking end. Right now, I'm sick of this shit. At the very fucking least, you could... At what point do we say enough is enough? And no, we will not be joining your weird ass world order. We don't give a damn about what world order you want to do. We don't give a shit about that. We just want you and everybody that supports you gone. Since y'all feel that way about Iran, why don't all of y'all pack y'all shit up and go straight to Israel? Because at this point, what's the alternative? We ain't going down with you. I'm telling you what. Iran come over here and say where Donald Trump is. There you go right there. J.D. Vance right there with him too. Go get him. Hell no. We did not vote for you. You cheated your way in that White House. All y'all did. Screw that shit. America has done what no other country on earth could do. You mean shoot and miss? Yeah, that's right on brand for you and America. Right on brand. Shooting and missing. Because you ain't hit a fucking thing. Scratch the dough. Scratch the fucking dough. This is embarrassing. Oh my God.
All these people right now are saying, Jackson, I don't support war on Iran, but you support Iran. That's insane. It's crazy. All I got to say is, how is it crazy to defend your homeland? How is that crazy? How is it crazy to say, this country is under attack by foreign aggressors. It's being all financed and armed by the United States. And I don't like that. And in fact, if they are defending themselves, their land, their people, their resources, their oil, their gas, their minerals, if they are defending themselves, I fully stand by them, because if it was the United States under attack, right, no one would call the United States war criminals or bloodthirsty sycophants or barbarians if the United States defended itself. If your home was being invaded by a robber and you defended your family, are you going to be okay if people start saying that, oh, well, he shouldn't have defended his family like that? I mean, that was just too brutal. Okay, no, you'd be like, you don't support me defending my family when there's someone invading my home and trying to hurt my family? Of course. This is insane. You guys don't all of these Charlie Kirks, all of these, right-wing people, big Trump people, they think I'm crazy. What they don't understand is I'm a Stalinist. I'm not crazy. Stalin said, we will sacrifice our entire population if it means defending our homeland. In World War II, they said 30 million people we will sacrifice to defend our country, our dignity, our honor. Same thing with Mao in China. He said, look, you guys can throw whatever nuclear bombs at us that you want. We will sacrifice our entire country if it means that we will not bend the knee to the American imperialists. And I say same thing right now. Do not bend the knee. Do not apologize. Don't say, oh, well, yeah, it's... that's the government is not so great. No, don't apologize for anything. Support these people in the same way that they would support you if your home was under attack. It's that simple.
We have breaking news right now. We have the first word from Iranian State TV. A message has been displayed on Iranian State TV saying, Mr. Trump, you started it. We will end it. It's a threatening message to the United States of America. Although Iran does not have the capabilities to strike mainland United States, officials are concerned that Iran could strike U.S. military bases in the region. Now, speaking about Iran striking the United States, according to CBS News, we have confirmation that earlier today, the Trump administration reached out to Iranian officials, informing them of the strike, informing them that they do not plan to conduct additional strikes and there are no plans for regime change in Iran. Donald Trump spoke to Sean Hannity this evening, where he confirmed that a number of bunker busters were used to destroy the Fordo nuclear site, while Tomahawk missiles were used to destroy or strike the other two nuclear sites in Iran. The Fordo nuclear sites, according to reports, is completely destroyed and dismantled this evening. Trump will speak at 10 p.m. I'll have updates all night. Subscribe to my Substack at the link in my bio to support and follow along for more.
This is Adaka Africa, bringing you the latest.
Tell us what you think in the comment. Like and share to friends and family. See you in the next video.